Hey, what's up guys? Hope you're having a great day. Today I wanted to talk about the fourth quarter. It's coming, it's less than a month away, and this is when we can expect to see the most sales for our e-commerce business, or at least in a normal year. I always think back to last year. 2020 was crazy. There was just so many good niches that we could cater to throughout the year that maybe you didn't see a sales increase in the fourth quarter because your sales were so good all year round, because there really was that potential last year, but last year wasn't a normal year. Anyways, the biggest thing that I think determines our success with print on demand is our designs, okay? If our designs don't capture our potential customers' interest really quickly, we know they scroll super quick, whether it's on their desktop computer or their phone, but they're scrolling really quickly. If we don't have a good, big, bold design that captures their interest really quickly, they're gonna scroll right past it and we just lost the sale. So that's what I wanna focus on in this video. Why don't we get started? Now, not everybody is a great graphic designer. I used to think I had some chops when it came to drawing, with an actual pencil or pen. When it comes to digital artwork, I don't consider myself that great. The last time I took a class on it was in high school, and it didn't really resonate with me. That being said, I don't let it hinder my ability to make sales as a print-on-demand seller. Now, I want to show you some of my favorite designs. When I need inspiration, I go to the search merch tool and I type in Leak, L-I-Q-U-E. This is one of the top selling, if not the top selling brand on merch by Amazon. And I just love how they approach t-shirt design. They typically do the things that we already know work. They make big, bold, easy to read designs so that when people are scrolling through, what do you have? Almost 50 designs on the first page of results on Amazon. They have a chance at capturing the customer's attention and getting clicked. And we know that's part of the customer journey before they can add to cart and check out. So here we go. I'm just screenshotted a couple designs from the Leak brand, and it's across various niches, okay? One thing you'll notice is that they're not afraid to enter some really high competition, but also high value niches. And it's because they they're confident in their ability to produce some of the best designs in those niches. And as long as Amazon's giving them a chance to get some visibility, they know that the cream rises to the top. The best designs typically do win out in the long run. Of course, there's other factors that play in, but in the short term, that's kind of how it works, right? The best designs, going to have a higher click-through rate, higher conversion rate. Amazon will reward you for that and continuously, push you closer and closer to the top of various keyword searches. So you can see here that Leak, they know what they're doing. Their graphic designers are very good. They understand the game. And also, I just love some of the color contrast on some of these designs. Like this Santa Claus one behind me with his surfboard. I really like that one against the black t-shirt. And one last glimpse at some of their designs. Like you see, team first grade. But the font selection, whatever font that is, also the size of the fonts, the, again, color scheme that they used against that black t-shirt. I think it looks great. The pencils, etc. They know what they're doing. So I look to them for inspiration, all right? Oh, we got one more page of designs just to show you that they really are in a bunch of different niches. Also, check out how they make one T-Rex graphic and use it across various different niches. And this is just two examples, but they're in a bunch of different niches with that T-Rex design. So let's talk about merch by Amazon design and how the heck we can compete with a brand like Leak. Now, of course, we probably don't want to be competing directly with them too much, because it's pretty likely they're going to have better designs than us. They've been doing this for a while, and they're generating, by my estimates, it's safe to say seven-figure annual revenue through Merch by Amazon, just through their one account. But anyways, and before I talk about how we can go about competing directly with them on the graphic design front, I want to do a quick disclaimer. I'm going to show you a couple of the tools that I use to assist me with my graphic design efforts for my print-on-demand business, and I am an affiliate for them, so just want to get that out the way up front and show you a couple of them that I would recommend, okay? Now, the first one I'm going to show you is All Sunsets. Now, for $3 a month, you can join for a year, right? So you get a year long of access, and you get to use their pre-made designs from professional graphic designers, and it ranges across a bunch of different niches. They're constantly adding new ones, and you can send them the occasional request for a graphic. So you can see here, they're already cranking out some Halloween ones for 2021. But there's over 100 pages, and I think it's like 9 designs per page. So they're probably over 1,000 designs now that you can use. And we already know that these vintage retro sunset style designs sell very well, and I love to use them honestly for evergreens. What I like to do is take a generic one like this one behind me here. It's weird, it's like a sunset, but it's got like a disco ball kind of feel to it. And I like to just put text over it. You know what I mean? It's so simple, but you can do that. You can use text. Sometimes I put the curved text above. Sometimes I'll cut the bottom so it's flat and then put some text beneath it. Simple stuff. It works, okay? So you can see here, there's just a ton of different ways you can spin this as well. Sometimes they'll put their own graphics on top. Sometimes they got the state cutouts, etc. Dogs, unicorns. You can do keyword searches, by the way. If you end up checking out their website and joining, you can do a keyword research, you can do a keyword search, and it'll typically yield some results related to that keyword. By the way, I put a link in the description to all sunsets and to the other tools that I'll show you really quickly. And just to show you that if you can go to Amazon merch, and while I cropped out the BSRs, you can go do your own quick search, use DS Amazon Quick View Chrome extension so you can see the BSR, see how well these are selling. And you'll notice that these vintage retro sunset style designs, this probably is not going to come as a surprise to anybody watching this video if you've been subscribed, but yeah, they work. People, the customers, they vote with their dollars and they purchase these shirts all the time. In any given day, if I look at my Merch by Amazon sales on my side monitor here, the majority, meaning more than half of my sales will be using all sunsets. It's for me, it's like I've got like a formula where it's very easy for me. I know which ones sell really well too. So I just go ahead and start my designs with some of the most popular sunsets. And, you know, part of being in tier 200,000, by the way, is that I can test and test and test. And then I know that certain ones perform really well. I just put some text over top or underneath, you know, and then I'm in there, right? And I don't have to actually worry about creating designs. I just add text and it's done. Also, from the makers of All Sunsets, they have a separate website called All American Graphics. This is great for anything like patriotic USA style. It could be things like service members as well. So if you want to check that out, I would also recommend it. I use it as well. Probably not as often as All Sunsets though, but you know, it's still very useful. And I'll put a link to everything in the description. But here's kind of a gist of like the type of designs that you can expect to find over there. We know that the political stuff sells year round, and it's funny how I think like the mainstream media kind of dictates what sells well. It's like mainstream media is like, oh, the president's great. Everybody's like, okay, we got to get the pro-president designs, and then they sell well. And then next month, president's not great anymore. Everybody's like, oh my God, no, he's not. And then they're like, all right, now we need to buy the shirts that are anti-president. And so All American Graphics will help you keep up with the crazy flip-flopping of public sentiment towards elected officials, all right? So check out All American Graphics if you've been wondering how to crack these political niches, because yes, they sell extremely well, evergreen, year-round, okay? And these little sunglasses behind me you see here, that's probably the go-to graphic for me. I would probably start with those or the lips. The lips also are a really good graphic for making some sales in that niche. All right, and here we go. We got some more of these like sunset style designs that we know sell extremely well. All right, I wanted to talk also about Kindle Direct Publishing and tell you about an offer from Vexels. You guys are probably already familiar with Vexels. We've been using it for Merch by Amazon, but I wanted to very quickly let you know that they have entered the KDP space. I did preview this, I think 2 weeks ago when I did a KDP video and kind of highlighted the KDP top 10 books that were selling at that time. And again, people watching that video may be wondering like, how do I compete with this though? Because I'm not a professional graphic designer. I've got some solutions for you if you're interested in checking out Vexels. By the way, don't leave this video, please, until the end. I want to share one last thing with you about if you do use any of these services, how you can use it to basically deduct and lower your taxes a little bit for your business, okay? But really quickly, I wanted to show you that Vexels, which I'll put a link in the description, because they're currently running a promotion on their, basically the launch of their KDP portion of their site. In addition to having a bunch of really nice, like high-end journal covers. I mean, it doesn't have to be a journal, but you get what I'm saying. Book covers, KDP, you can call it a journal, a book, notebook, whatever it is. You have some flexibility there. They've got some amazing looking book covers that you can also edit yourself. They also have interiors, okay? So they've got bundles for things like coloring books. Coloring books are constantly one of the best-selling types of books on Amazon. Here, let me show you some examples. So I went to the Flying Research tool that I typically use for Merch by Amazon, but you know you can also hit the little drop down in Flying Research and you can switch it to KDP and then you can see the top selling KDP books. So I did that, just wanted to show you some of the best selling books. Here is a toddler coloring book. You can see that right now, I think I'm kind of blocking, but it's doing about 25 sales a day. And estimated monthly revenue, according to Jungle Scout, is about $3,100 a month. Not bad. Here's another coloring book. They call it a big jumbo coloring book. And it is doing roughly 22 sales a day, 685 sales a month, bringing in about $4,800 of revenue a month, according to Jungle Scout. Another coloring book. This one's called Positive Vibes, easy coloring book for adults. And I don't know what it is about that cover, but that cover's color contrast is just amazing. And it makes me want the book. I don't know why I want the book just from seeing the cover. I don't know how they do that. I wish I had that type of skill, but I don't. And that's why I'm making this video for everybody else that can relate. They're charging $7.99, so pretty healthy royalty there. Jungle Scout estimates it's doing about 20 sales a day, 626 sales a month, bringing in $5,002 of monthly revenue per its current BSR. And one last one, another just sick cover. Adult coloring book, 100 amazing patterns. And also check out how they built that. I'm just saying really quickly, note how they built that book cover. Like, that's not that hard to do. They just have a really awesome background image. Then they put like a little black bar over it with some text. And you can also do similar stuff like that on Etsy to make your first thumbnail, the primary one that shows up in search results, pop a little bit more if you need to communicate a value proposition. I just want to throw that out there while it was on my mind. But this book, according to Jungle Scout's, doing about $6,000 a month in revenue. So yeah, guys, there's some potential here. You can also compete with the top dogs as long as your products are of similar quality. And if they're not, then you probably got to lessen your expectations a little bit if we're being realistic here. So I just wanted to let you guys know that both All Sunsets and Vexels, they're pretty much my two go-to sources for graphics. And if you would like to check either of them out, they're both running promotions right now. So you can save a little bit on your, what do we call it? Your plan, I guess you could say. So it looks like Vexels is charging either $14 a month or $19 a month for a premium. And you can find out more just by clicking the link in the description in case you want to, one up your game as we head into the fourth quarter, guys. Because seriously, now is the time of year. If you want to see the maximum return on investment, right now is the time, because we are ramping up to the fourth quarter. You don't want to do it during the fourth. I mean, it's better to do it in the fourth quarter than to not do it at all and just be selling low quality products that don't get clicks, because then you'll get buried and no one will ever know they exist, right? They need to generate clicks and conversions, and that's how you rank high, and that's how you make a lot of money as an e-commerce seller, especially on pretty much any website, but especially on Amazon. We know that's how it works on Amazon, but it pretty much works like that on every website. So just consider it, guys. Also, I promised I was going to make a quick note on taxes. So in the United States, we pay taxes on our profits. So however much money we generate from our print-on-demand business, if we spent $36 on an All Sunset subscription, deduct that from your profits, because you spent $36 to generate those profits. So you would deduct. I mean, I'm not an accountant, so disclaimer, not an accountant, but I think this is pretty like basic level taxes and accounting, right? So you invested that, so now you will deduct that from the profits, and you will owe taxes on a slightly lower number, okay? And same thing goes for whatever you spent on a Vexels membership, should you choose to join Vexels, okay? So I just wanted to make that clear, that it's an investment that you should also hopefully see a nice return on if you actually use it. So anyways, guys, thanks for listening to me. Before I leave, just wanted to remind you, in the description, we've got a link to a free print-on-demand giveaway. We've got a link to a free 8-day print-on-demand mini course delivered to your email inbox, and a link to my print-on-demand Facebook group, as well as a link to my full 6-figure print-on-demand annual sales course in case you want to learn more about that. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, you'll find links to everything I mentioned in the description, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.